चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे परम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवतो नः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Chapter 1, Valli 1, Mantra 18. ऋणाचिकेतः त्रयमेतद्विदित्वा य एवं विद्वान् चिनुते नाचिकेतम् समृत्युपाशान् पुरतः प्रणोद्य शोकादिगो मोदते स्वर्गलोके। ऋणाचिकेतः, we have seen the meaning before. So, in this mantra, Mrityu is summing up the second Vala, which was in the form of Agni Vidya. Agni Vidya Prakarana, the section of the Upanishad dealing with the Agni Vidya, is being summed up. Trinachiketaha etatrayam viditva, having understood these three. Etatrayam means these three. What are these three? We have to look into some mantra before. Ya ishtaka yavatirva yathava. Three things were told. Ya ishtakaha. What are the type of bricks? And yavatihi. How many bricks? And yatha, how the fire has to be kindled, how the ritual should be performed. These three. That is what etatrayam refers to. Viditva, having understood these three properly. Vidwan, then he becomes a Vidwan. Chinute Nachiketa, he performs the ritual of Nachiketa. Nachiketa is the name of the ritual. Chinute means performs the ritual. Literally, Chinute means kindling the fire. Agni Chayana. Kindling the fire in the altar is called Chinute. We can understand it as performing the ritual, the fire ritual. Nachiketam Chinute. He performs the fire ritual and he is a Vidwan. In this context, Vidwan should be understood as Upasaka. Being an Upasaka, he also performs the Upasana. So that is when he really becomes Trinachiketa. With the karma and upasana. Saha, he. This Trinachiketa. What phala does he get? Mrityupashan puratah pranodya. Puratah means before. Before what? Before death. Means while being alive. Even while being alive, Mrityupashan pranodya. He becomes free from Mrityupasha. He becomes free from the snares of death. Pasha means a snare. That which ties down is called Pasha. Something that binds to Mrityu, to Samsara. And what is it? Bhashyakara will give a list. Adharma, Ajnana, Ragadveshadi Lakshanan, Adharma, etc. He becomes free from Adharma and things like that. To a certain extent. That is how he becomes eligible to go by Uttaraya, Shuklavati. Pranodya, being free from giving up. Shokatigaha, he becomes a Shokatigaha. He transcends shoka. He transcends sorrow. All these things, we should understand that it is relative, not absolute. For a while, he becomes free from shoka. Not a total end to shoka. Because he is not a jnani. So this is not the section of jnana. It is upasana. So by means of upasana, relatively he is free from shoka. Swargaloke modate. And he goes to Swargaloka. Swargaloka means Virat Loka. Modate, he rejoices, he enjoys in Swargaloka. See the Bhashya. Idanim Agni Vijnana Chayana Phalam Upasamharati Prakaranamcha Idanim. Now, in this mantra, Agni Vijnana Chayana Phalam Upasamharati. Yama is concluding Upasamharati. What the phala of Agni Vijnana and Agni Chayana. Agni, this ritual is twofold. The Vidya is twofold. Vijnana and the Chayana. Vijnana means meditation, upasana. And the Chayana. Chayana means performing the fire ritual. So Vijnana as well as Chayana. Both of them collectively lead to the result. Upasamharati, it is being concluded because already he has been talking about the phala in the previous mantra also. Even in the previous mantra he told the phala. So now again he is telling the phala. It is for upasamhara, for concluding the statement of result. Not only the result is concluded, prakaranamcha upasamhara. Even the prakarana, this particular section, the section dealing with the upasana, is also being concluded. So, from the next mantra, Jnana Prakarana will start. Brahma Vidya Prakarana will start. So, before that, he is concluding Upasana. Trinachiketaha Trayam Yathoktam Ya Ishtaka Yavatirva Yathava Ityetat Viditva Avagamya Yaha Cha Evam Atmarupena Agnim Vidvan Chinute Nirvartayati Nachiketam Agnim Kratum Saha Mrityupashan Adharma Ajnana Ragadveshadilakshanan Purataha Agrataha Purvameva Sharirapatat Ityarthaha. Trinachiketaha. Bhashyakara does not explain this word now because it is already explained. Trayam yathoktam. Trayam. Trayametad viditva. What is the Trayam? Yathoktam, as stated earlier. What is it? Ya ishtaka yavatirva yathava iti. Trayam stands for this. Etad viditva. Viditva is equal to avagamya. Understanding these three from the Shastra. यः च एवं आत्मरूपेण अग्निं विद्वान्, यः which upasaka evam in this manner means as described in the Upanishad. Atmarupena, as oneself, ahangraha upasana, agnim vidwan, he meditates on the Agni. चिनुते, नाचिकेतम अग्निम चिनुते, he performs the ritual of Nachiketa Agni. Chinute is equal to nirvartayati, performs the fire ritual. Nachiketam Agnim is equal to kratum. Here Nachiketam stands for the kratu, the ritual. Saha, he who is called Trinachiketaha. Mrityupashan, the snares of death. What are they? Adharma, Ajnana, Ragadveshadi Lakshana. The snares of death involves adharma, papa, ajnana, ignorance, ragadvesha. So here ignorance, we should not understand that all his ignorance goes away. He is still a jiva. So to some extent his ignorance goes away. Unlike our alpajna status, we have very limited knowledge, but he gets a greater amount of knowledge about various things, about various means of enjoyment, etc. So in that way he is free from ajnana. Also he gets better viveka, more viveka jnana he gets. So that way he is free from ajnana. Not that he becomes free from atma ajnana. If that is gone, then he will get the proper moksha. But that is not intended here. So adharma, ajnana, ragadvesha. Even ragadvesha reduces to a great considerable extent. Adi lakshana. All these are mrityupasha. Purataha. Purataha is equal to agrataha, before. What is before? Sharirapatat purvameva ityarthaha. Before the fall of the body, before death, ityarthaha. This is the meaning of purataha. Pranodya, apahaya, shokatigaha, manasaihi, dukkaihi, varjitaha ityetat. Pranodya is equal to apahaya, giving up, means being free from. Shokatigaha, manasaihi dukkaihi varjitaha ityetat. Shokatiga means he becomes free from manasa dukkha, mental pain, sorrow. He is relatively free from sorrow in the other loka. Modate, we have read it. Modate, Swargaloke, Vairaje, Viradatmaswarupa Pratipatya, Modate, he rejoices. Where? Swargaloke, in Swargaloka. What is Swargaloka? Vairaja Loka, Virat Loka, the Loka of Virat. So does he go to Virat Loka and become a small member there? It is not so. He does not become a small member of Virat Loka. Instead, he becomes Virat himself. Viradatma Swarupa Pratipatya. He gets Viradatma Swarupa. Means he becomes one with Virat. He becomes Virat himself. That is how Modate. He gets the position of Virat. Thus, the Upasana Prakarana is concluded. Now, Yama is asking Nachiketa to ask for third boon. Eshategnihi Nachiketaha Swargyaha Yamavrinithaha Vitiyena Varena Etamagnim Tavaiva Pravakshanti Janasaha Tratiyam Varam Nachiketo Vranishva He Nachiketaha, O Nachiketa, Esha Tegnir Nachiketaha, that is where Nachiketaha is. So here Nachiketa does not mean Agni. Nachiketa is vocative. Yama is calling Nachiketa. He Nachiketaha. Yam Dvitiyena Varena Avranithaha. Yam Avranithaha Dvitiyena Varena. We have to connect that first. Yam Dvitiyena Varena Avranithaha. What you asked as the second Vara, as the second boon, Saha Eshaha Swargyaha Agnihi Te Dattaha. Saha Eshaha Swargyaha Agnihi Te, we have to supply Adhyahara Dattaha. Saha Eshaha, that Agni, Swargyaha Agnihi, Saha Swargyaha Agnihi, Eshaha Te Dattaha, it is given to you now. It is already given. Swargyaha, the Agni is Swargya. It is a means to go to Swarga. And then he has already mentioned one more vara, fourth vara. What is it? This fire will be called by your name. And he reminds him now, I have already given you an extra boon. Etamagnim tavaiva pravakshanti janasaha. Janasaha means janaha, the people. Jana Shabda, the word Jana, in regular Sanskrit, the plural of the word Jana is Janaha, Janaha, Janau, Janaha. But in Veda, sometimes it can also be Janasaha. The plural of Jana is Janasaha. It is Vedic usage. In Laukika Prayoga, it should be Janaha, not Janasaha. Janasaha. Etam Agnim. This fire means this Agni Vidya. Tava eva pravakshanti. Tava namna eva. By your name. Tava eva namna pravakshanti. People will call it. Hereafter, everyone will refer to this Agni Vidya by Nachiketa's name. So, fourth vara is given already. Now, third one is remaining. So, it is first, second, fourth, and then third. So, third is still not encashed. The blank check is remaining. So, please fill the check. So, Tritiyam varam Nachiketo vranishva. He Nachiketaha. O Nachiketa. Tritiyam varam vranishva. These ask for Tritiya vara, the third boon. Eshate Tubhyam Agnihi Varaha He Nachiketaha Swargyaha Yam Agnim Varam Avranithaha Prarthitavanasi Vitiyena Varena Saha Agnihi Varaha Dattaha Iti Uktopasamharaha Eshaha. This vara, which I have already given, te is equal to tubhyam. Tubhyam te. Chaturthi vibhakti. Agnihi. Eshaha Agnihi varaha. So this vara is in the form of the Agni. Agni Vidya. He Nachiketaha. O Nachiketa. This Agni is Swargyaha. It is a means to go to Swarga. Yam Agnim Varam. Which Agni Vara? Avranithaha is equal to Prarthitavan Asi. You have asked for Dvitiyena varena, as your second vara. Saha Agnir varaha, that Agnivara. Dattaha, it is given. We have to add Dattaha. Iti Uktopasamharaha. This is conclusion of what was already being discussed. Uktasya Upasamharaha. He is concluding what he has already said. Kincha etamagnim tava eva namna pravakshanti janasaha janaha ityetat. Kincha, moreover, etam agnim, this agni, Tava eva namna. Tava eva is there in the moola. Namna we have to supply. Adhyahara. Tava eva namna. By your name alone. Pravakshanti. People will call. Janasaha is equal to Janaha. Janaha ityetat. Janasaha means Janaha. Eshaha varaha dattaha maya chaturthaha pushtena. This was my fourth vara. Eshaha chaturthaha varaha. This is fourth vara. Maya tushtena dattaha. It was given by me on account of being happy with you. Tritiyam varam Nachiketo vranishva. He Nachiketaha, Tritiyam varam vranishva. Please ask for Tritiya varaha, third boon. Tasmin hi adatte ranavan aham ityabhiprayaha. Tasmin hi adatte. If the third boon is not given, then I will be ranavan. I will be indebted to you. Because already he has promised. He has not, if he has not fulfilled his promise, it will be like being indebted to Nachiketa. He owes something to Nachiketa. Ranavan. Just like a borrower owes something to the lender. Tasmin hi adatte. Tasmin tritiye vare adatte. If the third vara is not given, then Yama will be ranavan to Nachiketa. That is why he is reminding you have to take the third vara also. Don't forget, I have already offered it to you. एतावद्धि अतिक्रांतेन विधि प्रतिषेधार्थेन मंत्र ब्राह्मणेन अवगन्तव्यम् यत् वरद्वय सूचितं वस्तु न आत्मतत्व विषयम् याथात्म्य विज्ञानम्. No. Bhashyakara is connecting the Brahma Vidya portion with what has gone, what we have seen before. So, the two varas, Varadvaya, first and second, they do not deal with Atmajna. Then what do they deal with? They deal with the karma and upasana. So, etavadhi, this much. So the two varas deal with the material benefit and the means to attain the material benefits, including higher lokas. And it is the topic of Veda Purva, Karma Kanda. So with the first two boons, Nachiketa covers what one can accomplish by means of Karma Kanda. Now in the third boon, he will ask for that which can be attained by means of Vedanta, Brahma Vidya. So why Nachiketa had to ask for the third boon? Why he was not happy with the first and second? The idea is the first and second, though it culminates in the maximum, the greatest possible result of Karma Kanda, it cannot give absolute fulfillment, lasting fulfillment. It has its limitations. That is why even after first and second boon, Nachiketa wanted one more, and he is asking for Brahma Vidya. So, etavadhi, this much, atikrantena vidhi pratishedharthena, atikrantena, what was there in the past, means before this section, before even Kathopanishad. Atikrantena means before Upanishad. What was there? Vidhi pratishedharthena mantra brahmanena. Mantra brahmana means Veda, because Veda consists of mantra and brahmana, two portions of Veda. One portion is called mantra portion, which is also called samhita. Another portion is brahmana, which is rather the elaboration of samhita portion. How to apply the mantra, it is given in the brahmana. So mantra and brahmana, these two collectively form the Veda. That is why Bhashyakara refers to Vedas as mantra brahmana. Atikrantena mantra brahmanena means the mantra brahmana that was there before the Upanishad. The preceding section, the previous section of Vedas. means before Vedanta, referring to Veda Purva. Avagantavyam. So, etavadhi avagantavyam. This much alone can be understood. Etavad hi avagantavyam. This much alone can be understood as well as accomplished by Veda Purva. What is it? Yad varadvaya suchitam vastu. The vastu, the subject matter which is indicated by the two varas. न आत्मतत्व विषयम याथात्म्य विज्ञानम. आत्मतत्व विषयम याथात्म्य विज्ञानम. The knowledge of yathatmya, knowledge of the absolute. What is the absolute? Atma-tattva. The absolute reality happens to be the Atma-tattva. Therefore, Atma-tattva Vishayam, the Yathatmya Vijnana, knowledge of truth, deals with Atma-tattva. Because Atma-tattva itself is the Yathatma, the reality. The Atma-tattva cannot be understood from Veda Purva, because the Veda Purva deals with karma and the result of karma. So karma includes upasana also. So upasana is also before Vedanta. अतः विधि प्रतिषेधार्थ विषयस्य आत्मनि क्रियाकारक फलाध्यारोपलक्षणस्य फलाध्यारोपणलक्षणस्य स्वाभाविकस्य अज्ञानस्य संसारबीजस्य निवृत्त्यर्थं तद्विपरीत ब्रह्मात्मैकत्वविज्ञानम् क्रियाकारक फलाध्यारोपणलक्षणशून्यम् आत्यन्तिक निश्चेयस प्रयोजनम् वक्तव्यम् इति उत्तरो ग्रन्थ आरभ्यते। अतः therefore, since in the section preceding Kathopanishad, the section of the Veda, the portion of Veda that preceded Kathopanishad did not reveal Atma Tattva. It revealed only karma and upasana as a means for attaining higher lokas. Therefore, ataha, for revealing the Atma Tattva, this following section of the Upanishad is being started. Vidhi pratishedhartha vishayasya. So now, the following section of the Upanishad will reveal Atma, the truth of the Atma. What is the purpose? What is the purpose of Atmajnana? The Atmajnana is needed to put an end to samsara. To put an end to samsara, one should remove the cause of samsara. Samsara bija. Same thing as we saw in Gita Bhashya. We have to remove samsara bija, the cause of samsara. What is the cause of samsara? So here Bhashyakara analyzes the cause of samsara in a slightly different way. The cause of samsara is adhyasa. Samsara bija is adhyasa, which he calls adhyaropana. Adhyasa means atasmin tadbuddhi. Superimposing one on another is called adhyasa. Superimposing snake on rope, Rajju Sarpa. It is an adhyasa. When you superimpose snake on rope, it causes fear, samsara. Even in the example, adhyasa causes the problem. Likewise, we superimpose various things on our self, Atma. Superimposition of Kriya, Karaka and Phala on the Atma. We superimpose Kriya, Karaka and Phala. Karaka. One Karaka we superimpose first. I am the doer. Karta. Karta is a Karaka. The doership is superimposed. Then we superimpose other Karakas also. Karana. I have this instrument. I have this means. All Karakas are superimposed. And then Kriya, action is superimposed. I am doing. And then Phala, I am the enjoyer. I enjoy this result. So Kriya, Karaka, Phala, Adhyaropa. It is the cause of samsara. Because when we become doers and enjoyers, we are not free from samsara. Doership and enjoyership is always associated with the problems. When we are doers, there is guilt. I did something wrong. And when we are enjoyers, there is hurt. I am hurt. He hurts me. She hurts me. So, Kriyakaraka Phala Adhyaropa, which is called Adhyasa, it is the cause of samsara. And what is the cause of adhyasa? What causes superimposition? Adhyasa. The answer is avidya. Avidya. Ignorance causes adhyasa. Initially, there is avidya, self-ignorance. I don't know my true nature because of the avarana, the veiling of ignorance. It is karana, the primary cause. And avidya gives rise to adhyasa. I am the body, I am the doer. All these are adhyasa. Adhyasa being the effect of ignorance, being the effect of avidya, adhyasa is also called avidya sometimes. Being the effect of avidya, adhyasa is also called avidya. It can be referred to as avidya in some occasions. Avidya or ajnana. But we have to understand that it is not the original ignorance. The original ignorance is karana avidya. It is called karana avidya. And adhyasa, which is the effect of ignorance, it is called karya vidya. So, karana avidya and karya vidya. Karya vidya means adhyasa. That is what Shankaracharya mentions as a samsara bija in this portion of the Bhashya. So, with this background, we can understand the Bhashya. So, ataha atmani. So, vidhi pratishedhartha vishayasya. We have read this. Vidhi pratishedhartha vishayasya atmani क्रियाकारक फलाध्यारोपण लक्षणस्य स्वाभाविकस्य अज्ञानस्य संसार बीजस्य. So samsara बीजस्य, samsara bija. What is samsara bija? Swabhavikasya ajnanasya, ajnanasya. So here we have to understand the word ajnana properly. Not the karana avidya, but karya avidya, which is adhyasa. Generally, when we say ajnana, it is the karana avidya. It is the ignorance. The karana avidya is called ajnana. But here, Bhashyakara refers to the karya avidya, which is the effect of the original ajnana. It is swabhavika. Swabhavika means swabhavaha is anadihi avidya. Swabhava means the karana avidya. Its effect, its karya. Therefore, it is called swabhavika. It is the effect of ignorance. Adhyasa, which is the effect of ignorance. Therefore, it is called swabhavika. And what is the nature of this adhyasa? Atmani kriyakaraka phala adhyaropana lakshanasya. It is characterized by the superimposition of kriya, karaka and phala on the atma. Atmani, on the atma, which is free from kriya, karaka, phala. Atma is free from kriya, karaka, phala in its own nature. But we superimpose kriya, karaka and phala on the atma. It is adhyasa. And when kriya, karaka, phala is superimposed on the atma becomes karta, bhokta, etc. And that is when the karma kanda comes into picture. The injunctions and prohibitions of karma kanda can operate only in the domain of kriya, karaka, phala. That is why this superimposition, adhyasa, becomes the basis for the operation of the vidhi and pratishedha, the injunctions of karma kanda. The injunctions of karma kanda are applicable only when there is adhyasa. That is why Bhashyakara calls this adhyasa as the domain of karma kanda. See, vidhi pratishedhartha vishayasya. It is the vishaya, the domain of vidhi and pratishedha, which is there in karma kanda. So vidhi pratishedhartha means karma kanda, because karma kanda deals with vidhi and pratishedha. Do this and don't do this. Vidhi is do this. Pratishedha, don't do this. So these injunctions can operate only when there is adhyasa. That is why the karma kanda portion falls in the domain of samsara, falls in the domain of avidya. So this adhyasa is samsara bija. So why he has to say vidhi pratishedhartha vishayasya? By saying vidhi pratishedhartha vishayasya, he is showing the inability of karma kanda to remove samsara. The vidhi pratishedha cannot help in the direction of removing samsara. Instead, they are within the domain of samsara. They are within the domain of adhyasa. That is why they cannot remove the adhyasa. That is why you need something other than vidhi pratishedha to remove adhyasa. So, samsara bijasya nivrityartham, to remove this samsara bija called adhyasa. Tad viparita brahmatmaikatva vijnanam. So, to remove the samsara bija, adhyasa, we have to remove the avidya, karana avidya. Because only when karana avidya is removed, the karya avidya can be removed. To remove the karana avidya, what do we need? Jnana. That is why the Upanishad is being started to reveal Atma Tattva, to generate Atma Jnana. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम्।